I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not like, it's not just like a, hey, there's the person and we move on. It's they're there for a reason.
Ryan Reynolds, beloved Hollywood funny man and co-owner of Wrexham Football Club, fired. It's a headline that sounds like a bizarre joke, but it's tragically real. And the reason, even more unbelievable, apparently it all boils down to lies. Lies allegedly spun by his wife, Blake Lively. How did this fairy tale romance, this quirky celebrity foray into Welsh soccer, turn into a shocking scandal that rocked the sports world? Get ready, because the story behind Ryan Reynolds' dramatic exit from Wrexham is a wild ride of Hollywood drama colliding with small-town dreams.
Well, that is also accurate and weirdly high praise as well. It was just one of those. It felt like a live-action Pixar movie. It was something that, I wanted to do something where nobody was being stabbed in the face.
Yes.
There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie. That was about it. And something that my kids can watch, but also as a parent, too, you want the parents need to get punched right in the heart as well.
From the moment Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney bought Wrexham, it felt like a script straight out of feel-good movie. Two hilarious actors swooping in to rescue a historic Welsh football club. Fans were instantly charmed. Ryan, in particular, became the poster boy owner. He was there in the stands, cheering, tweeting, genuinely connecting with the fans. This wasn't some distant millionaire owner. This was Ryan Reynolds, seemingly invested heart and soul. Wrexham supporters, starved for hope, embraced this Hollywood injection of optimism and, crucially, resources. For a team that had been struggling for years, it felt like a genuine miracle.
And I'm really excited. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I sort of want to. Really, I'm lucky that I get to work in this industry, and particularly incredibly fortunate that I get to work in it this long. But I really want to work with people that are either immensely talented or people that I love and that I'm genuinely best friends with. And unfortunately, Hugh does not qualify as either of those. But I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So. And then, that covers Will Ferrell as well. That's a guy that my entire life, I feel.
But while Ryan was charming the pants off Wales, things back in Hollywood were apparently less rosy. His picture-perfect marriage with Blake Lively, the witty social media banter, the seemingly effortless celebrity couple vibe, it masked simmering tensions. And those tensions, according to insiders, exploded on the set of Blake's new project, It Ends With Us. This film, directed by Justin Baldoni, was supposed to be Blake's moment, a starring role in a buzzy book adaptation. Initially, it looked promising, a perfect vehicle for her talent, but behind the scenes, the dream project was turning into a nightmare. Whispers began to leak from the set friction, constant rewrites, Blake feeling overshadowed by Baldoni's creative vision. Hollywood sets are known for drama, but this felt different, more intense. At first, the blame seemed to fall on Baldoni, painted as overly controlling, sidelining his female lead. But then, the narrative flipped. Leaked text messages started circulating, and they painted a very different picture. These messages allegedly revealed Blake hinting at a plan to use Ryan's massive public influence to twist the narrative, to paint herself as the victim and Baldoni as the villain.
About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic and I was just jamming These Dreams by heart. Oh. I was killing it in the car. And there was just this busload of high school kids that were parked right beside me. I didn't even realize. I looked over and every one of their jaws were just on the ground, laughing their friggin' guts out at me.
The text suggested Blake believed Ryan's celebrity power could be weaponized. She allegedly wanted him to lean on media contacts to generate sympathetic press for her and negative coverage for Baldoni. It was a calculated move, according to these leaked messages, to control the narrative around the troubled production. And these whispers, these leaked texts, they didn't just stay in Hollywood, they reached Rob McElhenney. Ryan's Wrexham partner, his friend, was now caught in the middle of a messy celebrity drama that was rapidly spilling onto the football pitch. Rob found himself bombarded with conflicting stories, Baldoni's camp complaining about misrepresentation, Blake's side claiming she was just standing up for herself. Ryan, meanwhile, seemed to be trying to play Switzerland, posting upbeat Wrexham updates, seemingly oblivious to the storm brewing. But cracks were starting to show. Fans noticed a shift in Ryan's usually sunny online persona. Then the real bombshell dropped. Wrexham board members got their hands on documents suggesting Ryan wasn't just aware of Blake's alleged media manipulation, he might be actively participating, using his Wrexham co-ownership to assist her agenda. The specifics were initially vague, but the implication was clear. Ryan Reynolds, beloved owner, might be mixing personal drama with club business. The Wrexham board reacted swiftly. A terse announcement, Ryan Reynolds removed as co-owner, citing breaches of trust and misinformation. No mention of Blake, no mention of Hollywood drama, but industry insiders connected the dots instantly. The fallout from Blake's film set had detonated in Wales. Leaks confirmed the whispers. Blake allegedly pressured Ryan to leverage his Wrexham platform, to offer exclusive interviews in exchange for favorable coverage, all to bury the negative press swirling around "It Ends With Us."
Yeah. My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very, I come from a middle class, kind of blue-collar home, and my dad was just of that generation, where it's just he was Clint Eastwood, less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
These weren't isolated incidents. Pieced together, it painted an unsettling picture of manipulation. Rob McElhenney, blindsided, was left to pick up the pieces. He had championed Ryan, built this Wrexham dream alongside him, and now he was facing a club in crisis and a fan base feeling betrayed. Initial requests for an internal review quickly escalated. The board asked Ryan to step aside. He argued he was just protecting his wife, never intending to harm Wrexham. Some board members might have felt sympathy, but the bottom line was clear. Wrexham's credibility was on the line. A Hollywood-backed club couldn't be seen as a tool for personal PR agendas. The board acted decisively. Ryan was out. The official statement was diplomatic but damning, hinting at broken trust and misrepresentation. Rob was left as the sole celebrity face of Wrexham, a lonely position for a duo that had built their brand on partnership. Fans were reeling, their Hollywood fairy tale shattered. Meanwhile, in Hollywood, the gossip mill went into overdrive. Blake's attorney withdrawing support amidst the Baldoni disputes? Suspicious. Text messages about controlling press coverage? Even more suspicious. The theory emerged. Blake saw Wrexham as a strategic asset, a way to deflect from her film set meltdown. And the burning question, how complicit was Ryan?
I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not it's not just hey, there's the person and we move on. It's they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said it just earlier, but I wanted to go back on that. You think that this might be the greatest film that you've...
I mean, look, most of the time when the movie is this much fun to make, you up bad.
Did Ryan knowingly use Wrexham's marketing machine to spin a narrative for Blake? Or was he caught in a web of manipulation he couldn't escape? For Wrexham fans, it was a brutal awakening, a cherished chapter potentially tainted. Online, emotions ran high. Some burned Wrexham shirts, symbols of the Ryan Reynolds era. Others refused to believe the accusations. The board, however, had made their decision. Even if Ryan was later exonerated, the damage was done. The magic was gone. Journalists swarmed Justin Baldoni, but he remained tight-lipped, emphasizing respect and regretting any negativity impacting Wrexham. His silence fueled further speculation. Just as the dust seemed to settle, new angles emerged. A producer from It Ends With Us alleged Blake's team orchestrated smear campaigns against perceived dissenters on set, using social media to paint them as incompetent. While Ryan wasn't directly linked to these specific attacks, his communications reportedly hinted at diversionary tactics, interpreted by some as code for using Wrexham's positive PR to drown out negative stories about Blake. If that was the plan, it spectacularly backfired. The Wrexham board saw through it, and Ryan Reynolds was ousted. This scandal echoes other Hollywood dramas, text messages, shifting narratives, public personas crumbling. But this time, it wasn't just a celebrity's reputation at stake. It was a football club, a symbol of community pride. Wrexham, revitalized by Ryan and Rob's infectious enthusiasm, now faced a crisis of faith. Could Rob rally the fans? Could the global interest endure? The club held an emergency members meeting, season ticket holders demanding answers. The board emphasized swift action and regret, but stood by their decision. Ryan, in a lukewarm social media post, vaguely apologized for confusion, claiming he was just protecting Blake, but avoided specifics and the damning text logs. Critics pounced, fans were divided. Rob McElhenney released a short statement, a blend of sadness and resolve. Gratitude for Ryan's vision, support for the board's decision, and a promise to carry on for Wrexham. Fans found some comfort in his words, but the sting of betrayal lingered. Wrexham fans, resilient as ever, turned to online forums, recalling past crises, reminding themselves that the club's spirit endures. They praised Rob and even acknowledged Ryan's initial positive impact. For a brief, bright moment, Wrexham was in the global spotlight. Ryan Reynolds' Wrexham exit is a jarring tale of Hollywood ambition colliding with community trust. Alleged lies, questionable tactics, a star's fall from grace. It's a stark reminder of how quickly personal agendas can unravel professional realities, especially in our hyper-connected, celebrity-obsessed world. Whether the full truth ever surfaces is uncertain, but the damage is undeniable. A fractured partnership, shaken community trust, and a tarnished reputation. Wrexham will move on, back to the pitch, back to the game. But the shadow of this scandal will linger, a cautionary tale of what happens when Hollywood dreams clash with small-town passion. And as for Ryan and Blake, the world will be watching their next move, scrutinizing every gesture for sincerity or just another act.